Alrighty, welcome everyone, and happy Halloween. And I didn't plan for this, but it could have been better if I had. We are about to explore a haunted house just days away from the American holiday of spooktacular candy eating. And it's not really a haunted house, it's a haunted hotel. Hotel Morin. Mors Mortis Mori? The Death Hotel? Yeah. Since Psycho, creepy hotels with creepy people in them have been sort of a mainstay of Hollywood filmmaking and horror stuff. The vacancy sign flashing as you pull through the woods to a creepy place that you're going to have to stay under the watchful eye of some creepy dude who runs a creepy hotel in the middle of the woods somewhere, because who would do that except the creepiest of people, makes for good fodder for our subconscious fears to emerge. But now we have a hotel that doesn't seem to have anyone in charge, except for little head guy who's now in bits and pieces. And we're looping, and the stairs have eyes. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so intrigued to see. This is like our first big squad devil fight. We've got 6 members of the division, which means some of them are probably slightly expendable, given that we have a pretty high death rate. Who's it gonna be? Alright. I could be wrong. I kind of hope that I'm wrong, because he's got kind of an interesting banter going between him and some of the other characters, but I expect death. We got some backstory, we got some boob grabbage, we got some falling off the cliff into the revelation that boobs are maybe not everything in the entire world, and maybe, like, interpersonal connection and meaning means more than touching. But, also, Denji's an idiot. Oh man. Here we go. Every single episode of Chainsaw Man has managed to really wow me in a different way, or sort of stun me in a different way. It's Fujimoto's weird ability to mishmash absolute insanity with perfectly on point, exactly, almost too much on the nose criticism, commentary, ideas. The man's got a lot of ideas, and the show so far seems to be doing a really good job of conveying those ideas to my brain space. Something else that I know about Fujimoto is that he's fucked up in the skull brain place, and letting that into my head has made me a little bit fucked up, or maybe revealed some of the fucked up that's already there. We're about to dive into a house of horrors, and I'll tell you, haunted houses don't really do much for me. When I know there's spooky stuff coming down the pipeline, I'm not gonna get too spooked by it, usually. And then I have to reconcile the fact that I've been reading Fire Punch, and Fujimoto knows how to really, really, really fuck with me. Like, a lot. And he's about to do some fucky shit here in Chainsaw Man. It's already begun. Time loops, space loops, warping reality, Escher paintings, insanity. That's a start. But what more might happen here in this hotel? Oh, when the stairs have eyes. I don't know. Let me draw a drawing. We'll get cracking. I did head over to the farmer's market this morning. It was a pretty fun ride. On the way there, I got flagged down by the dude who sold me the unicycle that I've been riding around, who was at a cafe having beers and breakfast with another unicycle rider. So that was really cool, getting to meet a couple of other people doing the same dumb, weird thing that I'm doing. It was very enjoyable and pretty cool. So I think that'll be my anecdote for the day, and we'll just move into drawing a drawing. See what we've got. Stupid axe. Alright, who else is here? We've got Power is here, right? Himeno. Probably has her arm around Girl. Still don't know what's up with that. It sure is a thing. Aki. Just kind of chilling over here. and Arai standing stock still behind Himeno, pretending that he's not trying to occupy her space. Oh, fuck a guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Actually, I'm shocked at myself that I didn't do a count at any point. Totally the kind of thing that would happen is like, wait, who's that character? Suddenly there are 7 of us. Exactly the kind of shit that would happen in a circumstance like this. I love how we're in what has become a unique situation, and yet it feels like every part of it is a rearranged piece of something that I've experienced before. We're on an investigative hunt into a supernatural location for a supernatural enemy, and the location is a familiar one. It's a hotel, right? And like, I don't know. It feels like rearranged pieces of other things, and I really like it. You know what? I didn't consider. Oh, I'm stupid. Fuck, this is gonna be so much harder than I thought to draw, and I'm gonna do it too. This is gonna take a while. A little bit. So I was drawing a warped room, but now I know that it's an elevator. And now that I know that it's an elevator, the walls in elevators are always mirrored. And so what I've accidentally done is made a lot of work for myself. Because this over here, this is power. And these can be all warpy and funhousey, which is fine, but I still have to figure it out a little bit. This is Arai. Okay, they can be really warped. It's fine because of the way that it is. This is Himeno, and she's going to be really warped as well. And here is where we get some interesting stuff, because this is the back of Denji, and it'll be all warped up here like this. Yep. Weird. Weird! This is Power, who's also all warpy. Why does Power get to wear cool clothes and everybody else has to? I guess because she's a fiend and not really. Yeah, maybe it's something like that. This is fucking rad. I love this. I think this is very cool. The door would be reflected over here, right? And then she would be reflected. Maybe she'd be way bigger and more warped. But I'm still gonna do it this way. Whoa. This is weird, man. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably missing like half of this thing, and I don't care. It's super duper cool. It honestly reminds me of like 1 or 2 of the JoJo's moments, in elevators and elsewhere, where we really fuck with the perspective. That excites me. Sometimes when I draw something, it really, I don't know, it tickles my brain. It makes me have to work to try to puzzle out what would really even be happening. I don't think I've really tried to play with perspective a lot, at least not while I'm sober. When I've been on psychedelics and drawing, playing with perspective comes really naturally, comes really easily. I can almost not help it. It's like hard to draw things that are coherent. But in terms of turning my sober brain to drawing things that are weird or impossible to see without a lens that's changing things. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna post this up. And then we can get cracking. I don't even know if we're gonna ever get into an elevator. We've been going up and down stairs, and now we're trapped on the stairs at level 8. Go up the stairs, come down the stairs, go down the stairs, come up the stairs. We're stuck. Do we need to... Why? It's haunted. It's haunted. The drawing is haunted. I just want to watch this dang episode. I want to get spooked a little bit, but in like a fun way. Or like a gross way. Like a gross fun way. So let's watch Chainsaw Man episode. I will change the subs. Yes, we will actually use the other subs. Apparently I didn't do that last. I'm pretty sure that I did. CR with GJMTS. That's the subs we're using. Maybe this will make people happy. I don't know. The ones we've had have been totally fine in my opinion. I don't know. We're gonna watch episode 6 of Chainsaw Man. I'm sorry that this intro has been meandering. They usually are, but I'm a little bit more off my game than usual today, I think. It's been a long week. Episode 6 of Chainsaw Man. There'll be 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, beep beep timer to count you down, support the channel on Patreon, please, and beep beep timer. Let's go. Yeah, man. Yep, he went over there. She's gotta get her shit together. Oh, is it the same? Is it the same you? That was a really cool piece. How would he know? Oh, was reusing Kobeni. Oh, through a door, and on the other side of the door. Okay, it's just a room. Wait. Huh? And then the hallway will be on the other side of that? Oh, wait, was the picture the same? I don't even know if it was the. Ah! Awesome. I just figured that out. Sick. Amazing. Okay, cool. The smooth use of CG camera to make some of those tricks happen as we come around the corner or go through the windows was awesome. I didn't see if the paintings on the walls were exactly the same. I assume that they were, which is why I actually want to know if they were, because assumptions are poison. Okay, Arai is still there, and Kobani is too, which means that probably neither of them are gonna die. Okay. Oh, it's so overwhelming. Even having seen it 5 times, it's so overwhelming. Oh, yeah, well, this is comfy at least. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. I was thinking exactly that. Rip through, tear it up. No. That was on a. Oh. Okay. They're always released. Does it have a. Yeah, does it give us a direction? No, we're surrounded by it. That's why. We're surrounded by it completely. Can they? Yeah. Would they even be able to get in? Is there in? Oh, you're so great to have around, Komedi. Hold on to your ideals, your reasons. Oh, never mind. Damn. Well, she's lost all appeal. Is she laughing? Are you laughing? Yeah! Amazing. Amazing. Oh. Yeah, I'm stuck in a hotel room. Oh. Oh. It's time and space. When's checkout? Whoa. Whoa. Plenty of time to rest. Yeah, you don't know. Uh. And he's out. Awesome. I'm surprised that doesn't do something to the situation. Maybe it does. Hmm. Vending machine. Oh. Huh. God, these angles are so cool. Yeah, they should have rested. Wow. Oh. This is a psychological thing. Is she sleeping? Nope. You have a plan? Do you have a... What? Yeah! Alright, this is normal. Okay. So everybody's freaked out except, Himeno seems okay. Oh my god. We just chill by the window of the window. Ah! Oh, now you're fucked. But he's just spinning his wheels. He's not accomplishing anything, and you know it. For now. That's a good line. It's bad for more than your bones. It's great for socializing. Hmm. Hmm. It caused that much. Wow. Honestly, good argument. Partner's wife? Jesus. Oh boy. Zamamiro! Asshole. That's also not very effective, but alright, good, yes. Until they become friends. Aww. Hmm. The nut jobs. Ah. Mm. Really, really pushing it, huh? Awful. Please, please kill yourself just for me, just a little bit. That was very close in its closeness to the closeness. Okay. Fuck. Shit. Chill, dingus. You found nothing, right? You found nothing. It was useless. Is it still alive? Ah. What? How does that work? Yeah, tell us stuff. Yeah, we suck. No. What? Why me, though? Dude, Arai's gonna do it, too. Or Kobeni. Hi. Oh, here we go. Shut up, Kobeni. Oh boy. No. No! Can it get in here? Is it here? Rip. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. We are in another dimension. So what is that? Yeah, but we cut it up before and that made it way worse. We need to know its name. We need to know its name. Right. Eh? Oh, so it will follow. Oh, interesting. Like devils. She says with the eye missing. No. Just by feeding him to them. Oh, here we go, Arai. No. That wasn't the contract. The contract was feed him, even if it's his corpse. Feed me the human known as Denji. No, take the deal, feed him to the devil, and then let him turn chainsaw-y. It didn't say his death, I don't think. Thanks. Nobel Prize for what? Peace? You must die for my Nobel. uh. So he's not a devil, you say? Stupid power. Oh my god, it's just gonna goop there for a while? Hmm. Hmm. Wait, I thought he was talking suicide stuff, but oh, blame Denji. Ah. What? No. uh, oh no. Oh, they love it. The fear, the fear. It's not a joke. Uh-huh. Love and the fear. I will be the one to kill Chainsaw. Are you the Fear Devil? The E. That's a bad name. Nom nom nom. Wait. Ooh. No, it doesn't matter. The loop is still the loop. Be more afraid. Okay. What does it do? Nope. But. And so you care for him. Whoa. What's the alternative? Toss him in. Toss him into the big mouth. Aki just took the blade, didn't he? Holy shit, buddy. It's not too deep. It's not too deep. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Wow, against Ghost, too. You fucking doingus. Dude, you just took a knife for a devil, dude. Oh. Oh. He's gonna draw that katana. Okay, dude. Blood? Can you do a little bit? Yeah, yeah, take the challenge. We're all connected. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll be for your Nobel Prize. Wow. No, 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 no. You gotta hold it together. Whoa. Hell yes. Dive in, dude. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blades out. Chop a lot? Yeah. Oh yeah, none of them really understand. Yeah, it really wants to eat you. It's really interesting, isn't it? Feed me its body. Let's chop chop. I don't know about that, man, but okay, I'm in, yeah. Yeah, that's a hell of a move, Aki. Sucka. Don't do nice things for me, God. Diving into that's the end, right? Holy shit. Diving into eternity? Oh, Escher again, huh? Pure psychological warfare, huh? To generate as much fear as they can. That's so cool. And now this endless staircase is like a maw. Ow. There it is. That's cool. Hell yes. Of course he has to do it himself. Of course he has to do it himself. Oh my god. The ramping psychological warfare of the episode is amazing. It just continues getting creepier and creepier. What a fun stuck in it situation. It ends up feeling a little bit like a bottle episode, forcing our characters together in unexpected ways and eventually pushing them to a breaking point as they try to escape. Really quite like the bottle episode of Community, which has a great bottle episode called The Bottle Episode. And that's what it ends up being, but of course, most of the time bottle episodes are for reducing production costs. And let me tell you, production costs on this episode were not reduced. They're up. They're like up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sheer quality of CG work and animated backgrounds shines in this episode. It's really shockingly impressive. Um I'm reminded a little bit of the hallway sequence in Inception in a weird way, because making simple places that we're familiar with into really scary, weird places takes a lot of really interesting angle choice and a lot of work. And there's a lot of work in this episode, and so much of it is understated. It's the kind of stuff where, as anime fans, we're big on Sakuga a lot. It's flashy. Wow. And there's a good bit of that in here, too. Like Denji jumping down the pit, or the big writhing monster thing being all big and writhing. Oh my god, it's so good at being big and writhing. You know, the last time I saw like a big writhing thing was Dororo? Dororo. There's like a bridge scene with a big creepy monster. It looked shit compared to this, and it looked good. This is amazing. Amazing creepy goopy things. But it's the space and the light and the angle choices and the warped perspective that we keep playing with that gives the feeling of this episode its feeling. Man, does it have a feeling. It's totally different from the episodes that we've had before. Even the interspersed backstory elements and flashbacks, which weave in almost seamlessly to add more to the backstories of especially Himeno and Aki, leading up to the ghost hand grab circumstance. Oh, okay. Stepping aside from that, that's a Fujimotoism that I'm just gonna point at. A bunch of separate character motivations and elements all coming to a climactic and unexpected peak and forcing the hands of all the characters at the same time. It feels like the tension build of playing poker, for example, where you've got some ideas of what everybody's hand might be, you've got some ideas of what the odds of everything might be, but it's really only at the actual moment of reveal that the whole thing shakes out, and it's all in an instant and then it's over. And that's what that whole build up felt like. From the bits and pieces of Kobeni's total freakout and fear and inability to really reconcile with this, to Arai's own continuous panic attacks, to Power's having fun and laughing and not caring, Himeno's background, love for Aki, care for him, the associations around the cigarette, their building of trust, and Aki's own reveal with a huge flip in some ways from, well, he does it in words first when he says, we only kill devils, I think is what he said, which is he's saying we're not killing Denji. Devil hunters only kill devils. But he has associated Denji with being a devil before, right? So it's actually a material change in Aki's perspective that he says that. It indicates a shift there, but it doesn't come to a head until he actually is forced to take action. And he takes action because his actual motivations prevent him from wanting Denji dead. He thinks he needs him. And likewise, we go to a shitty level with that, with Power being like, well, I guess I'd need a new cook. And she needs some justification in order to do a good thing. Otherwise, she just won't do it, right? It's just like there were things like that with the Meowie situation and with Denji. Power needs some kind of gain in order to make the play that she's gonna make. But all those pieces are all like well hidden hands, right? And then bam, they all come together all at once with Kobeni freaking out and rushing in with the knife and the hand holding and Aki pushing against it, and all of these elements all force each other. Whoa. It's like a microcosm of what makes good stories good in the first place. Potent collisions of character motivations. Threads that are seemingly disparate that come and tie together make a story really interesting in a lot of ways. And Fujimoto manages to do it in like individual scenes, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And then we manage to convey it in the animation and in the art and in the flow and in the timing of the thing. And it's crazy. How cool. How cool. Um, so a constant thrum of our, or a constant refrain of our Chainsaw Man discussions has been facial expressions. And this episode takes it up a notch by exhibiting fear on the faces of not one, but many characters, and eventually on Himeno's face, too. And then it goes even further by showing this really broad range of responses to it, while Himeno becomes kind of nonchalant and aloof about it, sort of just dealing as though it's not affecting her until it is. Kobeni is immediately shattered. Arai holds it together a little bit and then falls apart, shuddering himself. She becomes conspiratorial and blaming and putting the fear on everybody. I say, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. The relationships between the characters begin to fall apart. They're all separated out. Whoa. But and then there's more to it. Aki becomes like really driven, super calm, very focused, and moving forward, even if he's spinning his wheels, not accomplishing anything. We find out so much about the mental states of these different characters and their tendencies when they're under pressure. You squeeze people, and what's really there comes out the other side, right? And here we get to see what's really inside all of these characters. What's really inside Denji is an absolute unshakability. He's been through hell and back like so many times that it doesn't matter. Dude has chainsaws sprouting out of his face. He's fine. Kobeni has nothing there. has a spine made of jello. Aki is also it's so cool. He and Denji, there's something that really does tie them together. There's this strength in focus for them, and this having nothing to lose. That's the feeling. Denji is like, I got nothing to lose, and Aki is kind of like that too, but he does have something to lose. It's his revenge capacity. It's that thing that he's driving toward. It's so cool. Okay. Hold up the peace signs, please. And this is the first of these. And it's so sick. It's so sick. The lighting shift. Tick, 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 tick. Placing the characters in space, and they all fall into place. Whoa. And then these little micro expressions, from wavering eyes to quivering lips to little shudders and big shudders if it's Kobeni. Oh man, it's so cool. I love I love the how do I put this? We do a lot of weird angle shots from above, shots in odd locations, crushed characters, Dutch frames, slow rotations, classic horror cinema stuff. Nothing too fancy, but you can actually really overdo it with this stuff really easily, even if we're in a interdimensional portal space that doesn't make any sense and stuff. If you mess with the framing too much, we as an audience pick up on, and it's like, it's too much, it's too weird, it's not real to us. They managed to walk the line so perfectly throughout the episode, where we can have these crazy fish eyes, or this sequence as Aki comes through and we're spinning the camera as he travels, but we're doing it in a way as though it's like following his perspective and what he's looking at. So it all ties together. It all feels so warped and scary, but also so cool and real. Like, this is a mysterious location that doesn't really make sense, but then maybe it does make sense. Maybe there is an answer to it. Maybe we can logic this out and figure it out. But no, the logic is that the devil was telling the truth, and we've got to throw Denji in, or have him jump in. Oh man. What a cool film. What a cool movie. What a cool movie we're watching here. And now I'm gonna die. So, I gotta comment on this set of facial expressions from Kobeni because it is the opposite of cute. It's actually really gross, and it's perfect for the circumstance, and especially for Power to laugh at. Anime has gotten really amazing at conveying emotion in a way that makes you empathize with the character. But human emotions aren't always things that you empathize with, and sometimes people freak the fuck out, and it's actually really, like, we respond with contempt. Um, and this manages to do that to me. It puts me more into Powers mode than it does into a mode of caring about Kobeni. And I'm really intrigued by that reaction in myself, let's say. Because this character is not cute when she cries at all. And so my response to it, in many ways, is, ugh. And that's probably wrong. That's probably wrong. So it's really interesting to me that it is the case. Cause yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Don't know how to feel about that. Makes me feel kind of fucked up. Thanks, Fujimoto. He's really good at that. He's really good at that. And she and Araya just play off of each other worse and worse. I love the time reveal. I love that the doesn't work. I love how we're able to just remove all the power from all of our characters so rapidly and force them into a situation where they have to rely on Denji. It's super cool. And of course, while I'm talking about people's different responses to fear, Denji decides to take a nap and ends up the only one of them who's well rested. And it turns out that it's probably the best thing that any of them could do, given that this devil genuinely grows based on their fear, right? So ignoring it and chilling out is probably a good response. And everybody else gets so tired and so hungry. I like it. I like these from above angles as well. We choose a bunch of camera angles that are like the walls have eyes, and we're the eyes. And I really think it's cool. I really think it's cool. Worse and we're fucking Nobel Prize bullshit. God damn it. The cigarette backstory is awesome. It weaves in seamlessly. I really, really like the angled lighting throughout this scene. I've commented on it before, but I really like it. It ties everything together. There's something to Himeno trying to get Aki to smoke. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it's partly like convince myself that what I'm doing is okay because the people around me are doing it too. It's partly like a desire to share something and have something in common. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. There's something about it. I'm gonna worry at it and see if I can think about it. The total deadpan way that Himeno explains that this is a common occurrence for her, getting blamed for the deaths of the partners, people being unable to do anything to the devils, the sheer futility of fighting back. It's sobering, and it's really sad. And this is the character who's seen all of those people, tried to befriend them probably, gotten attached to them despite herself, and then seen them die. Probably despite her best efforts. And then she receives blame and vitriol and hatred from their families and loved ones. As though it's a matter of course, just a part of the job. So Aki's kind of fucked up, kind of useless. Getting back at her is like, it seals their friendship in some sort of way. And despite herself, Himeno becomes attached then. We really do the same kind of close, semi-erotic fingers and hands together sort of thing here. But it's not the same sort of a sexual connection. And I love that we smash cut from there to, hey, you got me more nicotine, more smokes, more please. Very fun. And it's bigger. And it's worse. And I love it. Look at this fucking thing. So many pieces of it move in so many different ways. And it all talks at once. It's like the laughing hand. It's gross and awesome. I also really like the scene where we actually pull through to Kobeni, and she ends up sort of looming a little bit like the real, like she's actually scary. And then of course we dispel that completely with her craziness, and then dink, Aki kick, bam, which also kind of sets up for him stepping in the next time. Freaking cool. And it makes it worse and worse and worse. So what does it exactly say? Hear me, humans. I offer you a contract. Feed me the human known as Denji. It can even his corpse will do. Yeah, there's no need to kill him. There's no need to kill him. We've fulfilled the contract. They should have accepted it. They should have actively accepted the contract. In fact, Denji should have accepted the contract because he's the one who will feed himself to you, right? Yeah. Why does it want to eat Chainsaw? Probably it wants his power in some way, right? Kind of like eating the Gun Devil. So why is he so special? What's up with this? I don't know. Even while revealing so many of the pieces, we managed to maintain so much of the mystery. I like it. And we gotta say that when we get here, the food thing comes to its worst. It's like Lord of the Rings, the lembas bread being gone. It's exactly that scene. It's that scene exactly. Yep. Causing rifts and despair amongst the people as their food is gone. And the faces. It's all Power's fault. Very psycho. It's you! Side note, you're a spy. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. And with your terror, I'll capture you. Please, anyone, make him dead. But he takes the knife. A friendship is really, really born. And Himeno shatters. What will we do? All of the loss, all of the death. And she finally turns to Aki. Because she's been relying on him, not the other way around. That lighting shift is so cool. There are a couple instances of really awesome lighting. This one stands out to me, and the moment where Aki is walkie. Right here. Where he, in the darkness of the hotel, is just walking through, and we see the lights shift across him as he passes under emergency exit signs and colored lighting. Entangled in pipes and webbing. Oh, it's so fucking sick. I can't wait to watch this show again and be able to just pay more attention to the vibe and not be focused on what's going to happen, you know? Like, it's hard to enjoy the poker game when you're actually playing and worrying about the stakes. And I'm here worrying about the stakes. Even so, I know for a fact that this episode is spectacular. They all kind of have been. I think this one really gets to me. It's so careful and subtle in its framing. It really does feel powerfully filmic. Inception-y. Ah! What a joy to watch this show. What a cool episode. And we managed to separate most of probably most of the psychological internal stuff from the fight stuff, which is going to be coming at us next episode. So we can separate that out, let the mystery live, right? We get to experience all of this delicious, tasty mystery. And now we get a delicious, tasty fight. And because they're a little bit separated out, we don't have to switch gears so much. I love it. I love it. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Chainsaw Man. I will see you next week for more Chainsaw Man post Halloween. Have a nice, safe Halloween. If you live in the Americas, yeah, get some candy for the kids. If get a costume, do something fun. If you don't live in the Americas, I don't know, worship witches or whatever you do. No, nobody celebrates this shit. So, have a lovely weekend and a lovely week, and I'll see you next time for a big fight with a goopy monster devil from the inside of its stomach, where we will have to tear through it and probably get to its heart and then kill that somehow. I'm excited. I'll see you there. Support the channel on Patreon for early access. Peace.